Hello students, welcome back to the physics class. Last time we have seen potential due to a system of charges and we solved example 2.2 and example 2.3. Now we will see this new concept of equipotential surfaces. So this is quite simple concept, very simple. So what is the meaning of Equi is equal. Potential, you know what is potential, and surface is surface. Those surfaces on which the value of potential is equal are called equipotential surfaces. And here the definition is also written: an equipotential surface is a surface with a constant value of potential at all points of surface. So this is little bit complicated, but what I am trying to say, if there is a surface on which potential is same everywhere, that is called equipotential surface. So see, this is the formula of potential. V is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r. So if you see it, so for any test charge, here it is the charge, this charge q. So if this charge is a point particle, so the radius r, let us say we want potential at a distance r distance. So this is r distance. So what we can do, so this r can be on this positive x axis, this r can be on this positive y axis, negative x axis, negative y axis, similarly on this positive z axis and negative z axis. If we move this r, so in 2D it is making a circle. Since the distance is constant, the potential remains constant on this on this periphery of this circle, because it is dependent only on r, not the direction. Potential is dependent only on r, not on the direction. Similarly, if we move this thing into 3D, so this will become a sphere. This will become a sphere. So any sphere which is concentric with this charge, or we can say any sphere for this charge is the center, is an equipotential surface for this charge. Just understand this again. Suppose if there is a point charge, this is our point charge, and we make a circle around it. So at this circle, the distance is same everywhere. R distance is same everywhere. So potential depends only on distance r. Since r is same everywhere, hence potential is also same everywhere on the periphery of this circle. So this circle is an equipotential surface for a charge. But again, since this is not 2D, this is a 3D, so we will not use the word circle. This would be a sphere. So this is a sphere. Similarly, we can make as many circle as we want. So let us say this is our point charge. So this is sphere of radius r1. This is sphere of radius r2. This is sphere of radius r3. And for any fixed radius for this, for which this point charge is the center, let us say this is center of this sphere, this is center of this sphere, this is center of this sphere. So in that case, potential will remain same throughout the sphere. And remember, this is in 3D. So potential remains same. And what do you call these type of circle which have same center? Concentric circle. So that is written here. This shows V is constant if R is constant. Thus, equipotential surfaces of a single point charge, again single point charge, are concentric spherical surfaces centered at the charge. Same thing I have told, that if we have to consider the equipotential surfaces for a point charge, then we will consider this as center and make concentric sphere. Concentric spheres are those spheres for which the center point is same. So this one is R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. For all this sphere, the potential will remain same because r is same for whole sphere. Now we will see for different type of geometry. So till now you must have understood the concept of equipotential surface. So here we are seeing, so for a single charge q, equipotential surfaces are spherical surfaces centered at the charge, and electric field lines are radially starting from the charge q greater than 0. So this figure we also know that electric field lines will always go outward from a positive charge. Now electric field lines for a single charge q are radial lines starting from and ending at charge, starting from and ending at charge. So what is this saying? So this also you know that electric field lines, whether it is positive charge, so it will start from this charge. If it is positive, so it will start from this charge and will go into all direction. If it is negative charge, it will end at this charge and will come from all the direction. Again I am reminding, this is in 3D, depending on whether q is positive. For positive it will start from this charge, for negative it will end this charge at this charge. Okay, clearly the electric field at every point is normal to the equipotential surface. So if we create a equipotential surface, so for this equipotential surface was a sphere, Similarly equipotential surface for a negative charge is also a sphere, only the direction will be inwards rather than outwards. So this is a concentric. So you see the direction of this is normal to the surface, again this is the direction of the surface, and this is normal. This is the direction of surface, this is normal. For this one, direction of surface, and this is normal. So clearly the electric field at every point is normal to the equipotential surface. So this is equipotential surface, this is the normal. So in each and every case, the electric field is normal to the equipotential surface. So thus it is true in general. What is true? For any charge configuration, equipotential surfaces through a point charge is normal to the electric field at that point. Now what we are trying to say, equipotential surfaces are those surfaces at which electric field is normal. That's all. What we are trying to say, equipotential surfaces are those surfaces for which electric field is normal to the surface. Okay, now this we have understood. Now if the field were not normal to the equipotential, it would have non-zero component along the surface. So this is a must condition for equipotential surface. To move a unit test charge against the direction of component, the work would have to be done, but this is in contradiction to definition of equipotential surface. So what is written here? Let me explain you with this example. Suppose we have a test charge here, so this capital Q charge here, and there is a small charge. This is a small charge. If there are two ways to prove this. Let this charge on this portion, and if we move it from this A point to B point, okay, since this is equipotential surface, then potential must remain same. Potential will not increase or decrease, potential must remain same. That means delta V should be equal to 0. But if there is any electric field, then there must be some work done. If there is an electric field component or there is an electric field, there must be some work done, and that work done will be stored in this charge as potential energy. Hence potential will change, either increase or decrease depending on nature of work. So potential change will not be zero. So hence it is must for an equipotential surface that at each and every point of this surface, electric field must be perpendicular to this.